After our delicious lunch at Melt in downtown Bar Harbor, we returned to Acadia National Park to visit Jordan Pond, Bubble Rock, and Cadillac Mountain. As we were re-entering the park, we stopped here at this little pullover area to capture some of the foliage, and there was a bald eagle there. A couple of other people had stopped and spotted the eagle, and I overheard them talking about it and was able to spot it as well, and then I captured the moment that he or she took flight up into a nearby tree. With the pressure off for a few hours in terms of timed events, we took the opportunity to stop at lots of the little pullovers that are available throughout the park that offer some gorgeous views from varying elevations. Fortunate to be able to visit Acadia National Park on a day when the weather was, I would say, perfect. The temperatures weren't too high because it is fall here in Maine. The sun was shining and that felt wonderful on our skin. It was just a lovely day in terms of weather. It is important to note that if mobility is a challenge for you, Acadia National Park is still a place that you can visit and enjoy. All of the roadways throughout the park offer quite a few amazing views, so you will not miss out, and it is still worth a visit. Acadia is just teeming with beauty and amazing views. Anywhere that you look, you're going to find something that is gorgeous and that you want to spend time capturing either in a photograph or a video or just standing and soaking in. The combination of full bellies and the warm sunshine produced the perfect environment for some napping. As we were traveling along the 27-mile Park Loop Road, which is a one-way road in Acadia National Park, we were able to see this beautiful view of Bubble Rock, where we ultimately did hike later on in the afternoon. It took us a total of 3 tries traveling around Park Loop Road before we could find parking at Bubble Rock in order to climb up there and see it. So that's important to note if you are wanting to fit Bubble Rock into your day. It is a popular location, and so you may end up having to travel Park Loop Road more than once before you're going to find parking. There just isn't any extra parking around Bubble Rock, so when the lot is full, there's not anywhere else to pull off and park your vehicle. After our first unsuccessful attempt at visiting Bubble Rock, we decided to stop at Jordan Pond, which is a location that we had on our itinerary for the day. I'm going to note that this right ahead at this moment in the footage is Bubble Rock. So right now we are at Jordan Pond looking up at Bubble Rock, and then in a little while we will be up at Bubble Rock looking down at Jordan Pond. So you'll get both views. But I really enjoy Jordan Pond for one particular reason, and that was the clarity of the water. just really clear water for a good distance. There is a 3.5-mile walking trail that goes around Jordan Pond. It is considered an easy hike, so I think it would be great for children. And if we had had more time at Acadia versus just the one day that we had, I'm sure that we would have pursued this because I know our children would have enjoyed it. But because we just had the one day at Acadia, this isn't something that we chose to spend time on this trip. Third time's the charm, as the saying goes. We finally found a parking space at Bubble Rock. It was not super easy or convenient to get into, but my husband did an amazing job parallel parking. I'm thankful it was his task and not mine, because while I know I could have done it, I think it would have caused me much more stress than it did him. So I'm thankful that he was in the driver's seat for this portion of the trip and that we found a space to park at Bubble Rock. We are hiking up to Bubble Rock right now, something I've never done in Acadia. A little out of breath. That was fun. I don't think that, I haven't been to Acadia too many times, definitely once, maybe twice. So, haven't been here a ton, but hiking up Bubble Rock, or up to Bubble Rock at the moment. And I have got to tell you what, we have come to learn that there are staff who are in charge of parking, managing parking until 4 p.m. And we tried, this is the third time we tried to get a parking space anywhere within a mile of the entrance to Bubble Rock. And the first 2 times we were turned away by the parking person. But this third time, he was done for the day because it was 4:01 p.m. and we squeezed our big beast of a car in. And here we are, going up to the top of Bubble Rock to see the beautiful sights. And we're squeezing it in just before we go up Cadillac Mountain for sunset. So, the day has been amazing and beautiful, exhausting, but 100% worth it. And we're not even done yet. All right. Gonna go try to catch my breath. was really hard for me to choose one favorite location from this trip, but if I had to pick one, it would be Bubble Rock. It was not a super long hike to get up to this point, and I just could not spend enough time taking in the views at this summit. As you observed, I clearly ended up quite out of breath on the hike up. I will say that we were hiking very quickly because we were working against the clock and trying to make it to the summit, have time to enjoy the views of the summit before ultimately heading back down and heading to Cadillac Mountain for sunset. So we were hiking at a steady clip, and I would say that that is why I was out of breath. I do run multiple miles on a regular basis, so my stamina in my lungs is typically pretty good. And here is a bubble atop of Bubble Rock. Eli found it very fascinating. He was really trying to figure out how it is staying there and not moving. Brandon was able to share an interesting fact with us that at one point there was an entire football team up here trying to push that bubble off of Bubble Rock. Clearly, that didn't work out. Just because it was fun to capture, I took my turn at trying to push the rock off. I knew it wasn't going to go anywhere, but it was just fun to give it a try. And then we invited Hank to give it a go. In part 2 of this series that the foliage was considered moderate at the time that we visited. If you haven't already had the opportunity to check out part 2 of this series, I encourage you to do so. In part 2, we visited Thunder Hole, Otter Cliffs, and downtown Bar Harbor. And while you're at it, if you haven't had the opportunity to check out part 1 of this series, you should also do that. Part 1 chronicles the start of our day, which began with the sunrise at Bass Harbor Head Light Station. Here we are, up at Bubble Rock, looking down on Jordan Pond. Both views, whether you're at Jordan Pond looking up at Bubble Rock or up at Bubble Rock looking down at Jordan Pond, are astounding. If you look closely, straight ahead, you can see two people sitting side by side. They have white hair, their arms are wrapped around each other. It was a very sweet little moment to capture between this couple as they enjoyed the views together. It's always fun to play with your shadow, so here I am trying out a couple of different moves and seeing how it looks. Can you tell what I did at the end there? These marks in the rocks were caused by glaciers tens of thousands of years ago, and they're really neat to see in person.
And I feel that our love is real. Maybe we should hurry up and seal the deal. Take you there. I would give it all away to do it all again. Make our love a story.
After our visit to Bubble Rock, we made our way over to Cadillac Mountain. It is important to note that between May 25th and October 22nd, you need reservations to be allowed access to Cadillac Mountain with a vehicle. You can choose to hike up it on foot, and you do not need reservations for that.
I just wanna love you right. Love you till the end of time. I just wanna hold you for forever. Every day you're making me better. 'Cause a love like this is rare, and I wanna take you there. If I'm gonna love somebody, I just wanna love you. If I'm gonna love somebody, I just wanna love you. If I'm gonna love somebody, I just wanna love you. If I'm gonna love somebody, I just wanna love you. I just wanna love you right. Love you till the end of time. I just wanna hold you for forever. Every day you're making me better. 'Cause a love like this is rare, and I wanna take you there.
cloudy views at the top of Cadillac Mountain, we were still able to see so much beauty, but it wasn't the sunset that we had quite been hoping for. Of course, we knew this could happen, and ultimately we had such a wonderful day, regardless of a little bit of cloud coverage at the end of the day. The sunset was still amazing. It was still wonderful to be at the top of Cadillac Mountain and catch the views there, even if the clouds made an appearance.
May you always find your way to higher ground. May you always keep your head held up high. Pretty little thing, you're a diamond in the rough, shining from within. I can tell that you're tough. Just the sight of you when I'm at my weakest point makes a world of difference, oh, you make me strong.
When I made our itinerary for this trip, I didn't realize that the evening we were going to be at Cadillac Mountain was also an evening of a full moon. So we were treated with the views of the sun setting as the moon was rising.
Order in a cup of love, feel it rising up and above. You will always keep my heart and soul strong. Plant your seeds and watch them grow. The light will always know where to go. You will always keep my heart and soul strong.
What an adventure this day has been. It is 7:04 at night. We are entering Ellsworth. We are going to stop and get the kids some dinner, something for ourselves, and then we are going to be homebound. So we should end up home right around 9:45 or 10. So from wake up to return home, it will have been a 20-hour trip, 19 hours away from home. So that is a good long day, but lots of beautiful memories were made, lots of beautiful things were seen, and I think that though it was exhausting, it was well worth it. What do you think, Brandon? Was our trip worth it? Anything else to say? What was your favorite part? Bubble Rock. I like Bubble Rock. So when I had put my itinerary together for this trip, I had not come across anything about Bubble Rock. And I really...
In 1/4 mile, turn right onto Myrick Street.
Thanks for that, GPS. When I had done my itinerary for this trip, I really just took it on as though I were a tourist and not a Mainer. And I looked at like top 10 lists and tried to map out a route that would make sense time-wise, as well as distance and whatnot, because we were trying to time sunrise, sunset, as well as high tide at Thunderhole. So working around a lot of different timed things. And Bubble Rock was not something I came across on any of the lists that I looked at. And I have got to say I'm pretty surprised about that, because it was a very, very nice hike. It was it was a 0.7 mile hike, and the kids were able to do it without any issues independently, as well as Hank, and took us 18 minutes of pretty consistent. We didn't stop too much because we were trying to fit it in before going to Cadillac Mountain for the sunset. So pretty consistent pace up the mountain. It took us about 18 minutes, and beautiful at the top. And Bubble Rock is very neat. So I don't know why that's not on any of the
In
top
1/10 of a
10
mile,
lists
turn
and
left
such,
onto
but
Down East Highway.
it is a place that was lovely. Everything about today was lovely. I think my cheeks might be windburnt. I don't know, they're hot, but tired but happy. Very happy. And that's a wrap on our trip to Acadia National Park. Be sure to check out parts 1, 2, and 3 in this series. Thank you so much for coming along with us. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!